All right, I want to talk about my 8-week cut. Exactly what I'll be doing over the next 8 weeks to lose as much body fat as possible while maintaining lean mass. The first thing we should talk about is training. To me, that's the catalyst. When my training's going well, I want to eat good. I want to continue to see changes. So how I'll be training is number one, the weightlifting portion. Obviously, to maintain lean mass, providing a stimulus for it to stick around is probably the best way to do that. So I'm going to be lifting 1 day a week with a personal trainer at one of my gyms. I'll be lifting 1 day a week with a class at one of my gyms. We have a strength training class. I will also be training on my own 1 or 2 days a week. It depends on how I feel during that week and how deep we are into the cut. Outside of the resistance training, we're also going to be doing a little bit of cardio. My cardio, I got to keep it interesting, man. I got to keep it fun, or else it's really a drag on me. So I'll be wrestling, I'll be doing some jiu-jitsu, and I'll also ride the air bike and be trying to beat my own time. Again, you can make the argument, oh, you should just be doing steady state walking to, keep as much lean tissue on as possible. And that may be true. It might make a little bit of a difference, but I'm here to tell you I need to do and I want to do what I enjoy while I'm losing body fat. And wrestling and jiu-jitsu and the air bike is way more enjoyable for me than just going for a walk on a treadmill. The weather's getting nicer, so you'll probably see me on the trail walking sometimes. But again, my cardio is primarily going to be with wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Now that we kind of gave you the skeleton on how I'll be training, I want to talk a little bit about nutrition. Obviously, that's extremely important too. I will be using MyFitnessPal consistently. I already know my baseline calories. I know my maintenance calories. I took the time to actually establish that. So now I'm going to take a 10% dip. I'm going to take a 10% deficit, ride that out, see if I have some weight loss, see when it stalls. I'll take another dip from there. Again, I elucidate all of this in my MyFitnessPal video, how to use MyFitnessPal to lose weight. I'm going to link it somewhere up here, but I'm also going to link it at the end of the video. So make sure you click that, watch that. It's probably the most important video, or at least the most popular video we've put out on this channel so far. Beneath just the calorie deficit, I obviously am very concerned about my macros. I'm going to have at least 200 grams of protein a day. I'll probably scale that up a little bit as we get deeper into the cut. I'll have between 30 and 40 grams of fiber and at least 20 grams of fat. Outside of that, wherever my carbs and fats fall, that's where they fall. I'm not going to get much more specific than that. Last but not least, a lot of people ask about nutrient timing. Honestly, for me, I own a couple companies. I always have irons in the fire. I'm going to eat when I can. Sometimes it's going to be every 3 hours, which I like to do. I like that. It keeps me on track. It keeps me in front of mind that how I'm eating, how I'm training. But in reality, if I got to work 8 hours straight, 10 hours straight, that's the way it is, man. That's how it is when you're running a business. It's less than ideal, but I'm going to do what I can, eat when I can. There's nothing very particular about how I'm spacing my meals. It's just I'm getting it in while I can. And last but not least, we need to talk about supplements. Most of the supplements that I take are for health. So I take something for inflammation, a vitamin D. I take a multivitamin. There's a lot of things that I take just for general health. But in terms of this cut specifically, I'm taking creatine monohydrate. I know what you're thinking, that you shouldn't be taking creatine during a cut. But I disagree, and here's why I disagree. Creatine, while it does hold some additional intramuscular fluid on you, namely, it won't look like you're losing weight. It's not fat that it's putting on you. It's literally just some intramuscular fluid, and it's gonna help you push a little bit harder in the gym, which to me, again, I want to maintain as much lean tissue as possible, so I gotta give it a reason to stick around. I've already kind of established my baseline with creatine. I've been taking it for about 3 weeks now, so I did see the scale jump a little bit. Now I think it's stabilized, and we'll start to see a decrease in weight because of a decrease in body fat. So again, guys, those are the 3 main things we're gonna focus on over the course of this series, over the 8-week cut. Again, it's gonna be centered on training, nutrition, and then any supplements that I'm taking. If you have any questions about that, obviously, I'm gonna address each one, why I'm taking it and why it makes sense, both from a health perspective as well as from a cutting perspective. We gave you a little bit of information as regards to creatine monohydrate, but we're gonna pack this series with information. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like this video so more people actually see it. Comment something down below. Again, we're committed to growing this channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I hope once we get to 1,000, this thing will start to snowball. So I'm Alex Wallace. I'm just in my house right now, not at Wallace Training Systems. Again, like, share the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in this next series.